Hey everyone, welcome back to the Bunk and Pick podcast. It's Pick here with
Bunkle,
and we are excited to talk a little bit of sports again with everybody and just kind of general life, I guess, some cooking things. Of course, we know that I am a chef by trade, not a good one, but I am a chef by trade, so I like to talk cooking just a little bit. And I definitely want to bring up one thing towards maybe the middle of it. It's a little trading card discussion with Bunk here, but we'll get to there.
I'm a little perturbed, but yes, we will talk that.
What's new with you there, Bunk?
Well, we're getting to spring training. Got to talk a little baseball, spring training action. Hate to do it, but I got to start with my Yankees.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure you're real beaten up to do it that way.
I am. But, last time we talked, you were talking about the strikeouts, and I was talking about Juan Soto, and you were talking about how many times he strikes out. So I got his stats are right here. He struck out 129 times last year. That's not bad out of 568 at-bats. Not bad at all, my friend.
568 is not a ton of at-bats.
No, I thought he did good. That's actually pretty good.
That's better than I thought. I will give you that.
All right. That's what I like to hear.
I will give you that.
I didn't look up my boy Verdugo. Now after we talked about him, I'm kind of on the fence, to be honest with you. I'm really disappointed. I thought he was a better dude than he is, but you know what? We're going to have to see in the Yankees, see how that works out for him.
He's kind of a jerk.
Yeah, I know. I'm very saddened by that, but we'll see.
He'll fit right in with that New York crowd.
Hey, no, they'll beat him up. They will beat his ass if he's not performing. No doubt. Hey, and we got a little news. The Jason Dominguez, the spaceman. Mm-hmm. He's coming back June-ish. I think he might push Verdugo out of the outfield, to be honest with you.
He should.
I think he may if Doogie's not doing good. So I think he's going to push him. And another little stat that I didn't know about. No, this is the one that I was looking some stuff up. I did not realize Garrett Cole will be a free agent next year.
Yeah, contract year.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, contract year.
So he's either going to get an absolute buttload of money from the Yanks, which I kind of think he may, or he's going to get a buttload from somebody.
He's got to produce, though. He's got to produce.
Cy Young winner.
I know he's a Cy Young winner, but that's this year he has to produce.
But he's produced every year he's been in the pros.
He has. He is an amazing, amazing pitcher. I'm not fond of him just because I'm a Tampa Bay Rays.
Devil Rays.
Fan, Rays. And he's just an asshole when he plays them. So hate CeCe Sabathia too after that whole debacle. Hate him.
CeCe's a good dude. Does a lot for the community. He's a community guy.
Yeah, he's an asshole.
No, come on. Don't mess. Hey, the other thing I was going to say is the Yankees have Spencer Jones in the wings. Now, I got to be honest, I am a Yankee guy. I don't follow the minors as much. I did not realize that dude is 6'7".
I didn't know he was that big either.
I didn't either. I looked up some stats on him. He's 6'7". He's like Aaron Judge's size. I don't think he's quite as disciplined at the plate, but wow, 6'7", 2 1/4. That's a big dude, man.
Big dude.
So
is he lefty?
I think he is a lefty.
Yeah, that would be. I mean, if he worked out, can you imagine, like the literal giants on that team?
Oh, I know.
It would be huge. Everybody's just all roided up and huge. No, not
they're
roided
not
up.
Roided
just kidding.
up.
Not
Come
roided
on,
up. I'm
they're
just
not
kidding.
roided.
I'm not roided up.
But now
huge.
He's another one that could take one of those outfield spots. If he, I'm sure he'll go to spring training. I don't think he's going to come up right away, but he's one of their top prospects for sure.
So do you think is the projected starting outfield? Judge?
I think it's going to be Judge, Soto, and Verdugo.
Okay. So Judge in center?
I think Judge will be in center, yeah. I think he's good. He's good center. He's got speed. He runs stuff down, man.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not your typical center fielder.
He's not.
But he does run down, and he's got a freaking cannon.
He's got a cannon. He's got a very good arm.
Yeah. I think if somebody else comes up, I think they might move him back to right, and maybe Soto to left, and get a true center fielder. But I think he's going to start in center field. That's my guess, at least. So we got him, and then another Yankee news, ex-Yankee news. So Jordan Montgomery is still hanging out there, free agency. What do you think about that?
Big Maple.
The
Remember that whole thing?
I did.
Remember when that eagle landed on his shoulder while he was
Come on, man.
the Big Maple. I think he's a good pitcher.
I do too. I think he's a little bitter at the Yanks. I don't think he wants to. I've kind of read that I think they reached out to him. I think he kind of told him to stick it.
It's just such a hard culture, I guess. Just the baseball culture with New York in general. There's so much pressure on those guys, especially when you give them a ton of money.
Yeah.
Like, he got paid. You better produce, or you're going to get drugged through the mud.
Oh,
constantly.
he will. He really did well after he left the Yankees. I mean, obviously he's going to get a big contract. Grew a beard. Couldn't do that with the Yanks, obviously.
Your boy Doogie's going to have to shave off his peach fuzz.
The only one we had the catcher that came up. I can't remember his name. He had the porn star mustache last year.
Nestor Cortez?
No. The kid catcher they brought up. I can't tell his name. He's the only one. Only a few of them do that stuff. They usually just shave and not worry about it. So I think we're good. I'm looking forward to spring training. Love it. I wish the Yankees, honestly, I wish they did spring training out in Arizona. It'd be a little closer. I'm not driving to Florida for them, but
yeah, I'm not worth that drive.
Where's Tampa? Where did the Devil Rays do it? Are they in Florida?
Yeah, they're in Port Charlotte.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, so let's switch gears. We'll go to the Devil Rays.
I'll tell you what, I am not as optimistic this year about this team as the teams in the past, just because there's so much unproven player. The player base is so unproven.
Yeah.
That, man, I just don't know what's going to happen.
You think they're going to pull that Caminero up?
They better.
Yeah, he's a good.
Yeah,
player. I think he's like number one prospect, isn't he?
No, he's top 5.
Top 5?
Yeah.
That'd be good. I mean, he's a good player.
Nobody's going to take that number 1 spot away from Hollanday. Or, yeah. Who is it? Matt Hollanday's son.
Oh, yeah, Jackson Holliday, yeah.
That's number 1 right there.
He is, but Baltimore's loaded. I mean, he's going to have to, he'll break in. He will get in, but
he'll get in. He'll make that roster. They are loaded.
I mean, with a bunch of young guys, which is kind of cool to watch, even though they're a rival. I do like Baltimore.
They just picked up.
God, I almost said Boston. Fuck.
You were very close.
I know. Just as a note, fuck, that would have been brutal. Do not let me ever say Boston in a favorable tone.
Oh, no. I want you to say it so I can make fun of you.
I almost said Boston. I caught myself. I was like, oh, my God.
All right, Baltimore. They're going to be so good, man. I honestly think they win the East. If everyone stays healthy and they produce like they did last year, they're running away with it.
Yeah, I love my Yank, but I will say Baltimore's loaded, man. They've got
everything.
The pitching, they just signed some pitching. They've got those guys are good, man.
Back end pitching, front end pitching. They have a core of super young, super talented guys in the middle of the lineup. Man, it's gonna be hard.
It is. And I like them. I like the guy. I like the players. I mean, they're fun to watch. I think they're going to kick some ass this year. I think it's going to be really tough to get them out of the first place.
It's going to be very hard. Tampa is going to have to shoot for probably that 3rd wild card spot.
I like to hear that because Yankees would be the wild card, and then Tampa would be behind them, obviously, trying to get something.
But Toronto's there too. I mean, you could seriously see 4 teams from the AL East.
Toronto, they fold every fucking year, dude.
They're so talented, though.
Come on, they fold. They're folders.
You can hate them all you want.
I don't hate them, but they fold every. Look, we need to rewind.
We need to rewind to last week's podcast.
I actually do hate them. But anyway, I mean, they had the talent. Remember, they had the young guys a couple years ago, and they haven't done anything with it.
But they had no pitching.
Yeah, but
besides Manoah, but he obviously didn't work out. That guy's. Instead of working out in the offseason, was eating Cheetos.
Oh, my God. Yeah, he's like off the radar. I don't think he's, sadly. He actually was good for 1 year, but yeah.
He had a cannon.
Yeah, I care less. I don't like him.
Done.
I don't know. I don't think they're going to be in the top 3, to be honest with you.
Oh, man.
We'll see.
I mean, I think, okay, so we both can agree that Boston made no moves. They're dead last. They're bad.
I think they're going to be in the shitter, yeah.
That team is bad.
Wow, I'm so sad.
Yeah, me too. It's real ripped up about it. So who's your number 4 team then? You're saying Toronto's number 4?
I think so.
And then Tampa. Then New York?
No. I think it's going to be the Yankees and Baltimore battling out for first. The other one's going to be second, and probably with a lot of wins, enough to be wild card. I think Tampa would be third. They're always right up there. The Devil Rays, they do well. Yes, they're the Devil Rays.
Sick bastard. It's the Rays.
Devil Rays.
You're looking at this magazine with his shirt on. It says Rays.
Devil Rays.
It just says
but I remember
Rays.
when they came up, they were the Devil Rays, so they were forever the Devil. Yeah, well, they're still fucking.
Remember back then they were so bad that all they did was just try and fist fight every other team instead of actually.
They were kind of fun to watch it, at times when they were coming up, but. They're hard to watch, dude. They have no fans. It's fucking hard to watch people with no fans. It's like COVID over there still.
It's fundamentally sound, awesome baseball.
They're still playing. They're still playing in the COVID era over in Tampa.
Well, it's been the COVID era since '98, so
they don't get any. I feel bad. But I've even read players don't even want to go there because there's no fans, man.
Yeah, but the players that do end up going there, I think that's why they're so good, because there's guys that don't want to go there, bigger names, right?
Yeah.
But then they get these like older dudes and just reinvent them, or they get these guys that are like kind of down on their luck and not getting a shot. Like a Rosarena had no shot with St. Louis, came to the Rays and turned into a monster.
He is good. I mean,
Tampa is known to flip these guys and turn them into awesome baseball players.
He's good. And he actually doesn't. You know what? He's a guy who fucks around a lot, but he doesn't piss me off.
He has fun.
But I know the one guy that you like really admire, Manny Machado out in San Diego.
God, I hate him so much.
He's one of your favorites. I do know. I think you really appreciate his demeanor and such.
Yeah, let me. We could do an hour on that.
Yeah, I know
friend.
we could. I just had to fire you up.
Let's get him and Tatis together in a room. Let's see what.
I'll tell you what. Let's throw in my, and I don't even know why I hate him. Pedroia, don't like him.
He's just kind of got that.
I just don't like.
It's his face, the asshole face.
I don't know. And Big G. He always asked me. He said, "Why do you hate him?" I don't know. I just never liked him.
He was the captain of the Boston Red Sox. That's why you hate him.
Could be it, but I just never liked watching him play. I mean, I'd actually watch Altuve before I watch him. I'm not an Altuve fan either.
Oof.
All right, we're going to switch gears over to the team that I've been wanting to win for a long time, my Detroit Tigers.
Okay. In that statement, you can't have multiple my teams. You got to pick one.
Well, I can have that. You know why? So number one, Magnum PI favorite team was the Detroit Tigers, and I've always liked Detroit, man. But they're not they're not my Yankees are my number one. But I've always liked Detroit, and they never win. And then they sign. They spent all their money on friggin' Javi Baez. Oh my God,
that was a mistake.
Yeah, I mean, he's good on defense, but he is a horrific fucking hitter.
He'd fit in real well with the Yankees.
Yeah, thank you.
All those
ding, ding. Come on, bro. Don't be saying that, bro. But every year they look like they're going to be okay, and then they friggin' die. I mean, they actually have some pretty good players.
They have a very good roster. Their pitching is atrocious, though.
Yeah, well, maybe that's what the issue is the pitching on them. I'm kind of looking. I don't actually know any of these guys.
Also,
wow, I don't know any of this. Oh, wait, Jack Flaherty. I know him. He's on there. I'm looking right here, man.
I know.
I don't know the rest of them. Never heard. Wow.
Spencer Torkelson.
Maeda's on there. Pitcher. Yeah, but he's not a pitcher.
Oh, you're talking about
and
pitcher.
Torkelson didn't really pan out the way they'd hoped either.
No, not at all.
Sadly. And yeah, I don't know. I do like them.
Here's my theory about them. Why they have such a hard time winning.
Tell me.
They're always behind almost every other team in home runs, especially at home.
Yeah.
Because it's like 450 to center field. I think it's like 425 to center field there. Every other team's at like 400.
Well, they need to move the fences in.
It is a massive ballpark.
And Miggy's not there anymore.
Well, he probably should have left about 5 years
ago. I like
ago.
Miggy, man. All right, you're not a Boston. I do like Boston.
Boston.
No, Boston.
Yes.
Fuck me.
Yes.
I didn't say Boston.
Yes.
I meant Detroit.
Yes. Don't you edit that out either.
Bastard.
That better stay in
Bastard.
this.
I'm going to bro you the rest of the show now.
All right, bro.
You're going to be fucking bro.
All right,
Okay, bro. Where we at, bro?
I don't know. I need that Boston accent, though.
God dang it. No. Don't. I don't. Can't hear
All
it.
right.
Damn it.
But how long till Christmas? I'll get you that Boston hat.
No, don't waste your money on a Boston hat. You can give me a Detroit Tiger Magnum PI hat.
Won't be a waste of money if I'm laughing.
Well, it could be. Do the hey, so you remember when I fell asleep and you put the So here's what it. So I fall asleep on the couch, and this a-hole puts a friggin' Tampa Bay Devil Ray hat on me and takes a picture while I'm sleeping, and he keeps showing it to me every time we meet.
Don't worry, you guys will be able to check the socials. I'll make sure that picture.
Oh man, don't be checking the. So I don't want it. I'm not a no. Don't do that. Yankees only.
Nope.
Yankers only. All right, that's good. You got anything else on baseball?
I'm just really excited for the season.
Me too.
I'm excited for the unknown. Tampa has been. We've been able to kind of project what they're going to be for a while. We can't do that this year. So I'm excited to see how good they are. Now, ask me that again in like June when they're ass. And you know what? I'll probably be sad.
They're never like bottom of the barrel though. They're always like right
really
in the mix.
good coaching.
They're always right in the mix. They do have a good coach. And I don't actually hate them, but they're in the wrong division. Sorry. Can't tell you. Can't tell you what.
It is pretty awesome to see David beat the Goliath every year, though.
Oh, come on, bro. We like that, bro.
The bros.
Okay. All right, so football, what do you think?
Oh, Super Bowl? God, I hope it's the Niners.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Interesting. You don't like Kansas City?
I know. I love their coach. Andy Reid's awesome. I think he's like, if you looked up in a football textbook what a player's coach is, it's Andy Reid.
Yep.
But, man, I'm just kind of sick of Mahomes' mouth.
Yeah.
He's pretty loud at times.
But you are a Swiftie, right?
Oh, love. I was, what's the name of that tour? I was on the Eras tour.
Oh, my God.
I mean, that's whatever. It kind of sucks that that's part of NFL now.
Yeah.
But that's such a small. I get that people are pissed off about it, but it's like this big.
Oh, I thought, yeah, it actually doesn't piss me off.
It doesn't
I don't really care.
I mean, it is kind of shitty that they immediately score a touchdown, go to that box.
They do every time.
Every time. But it's for like 3 seconds. Whatever, it's done.
Yeah.
Just enjoy football.
And I've heard they've honestly brought a lot of younger girls and stuff to the audience, which is a good thing.
Yeah, I think the audience is definitely building. But, man, I love Kyle Shanahan, Texas X. He played for UT.
Mm-hmm. I'd
love to see him get one. And Brock Purdy, even though he went to Iowa State and he just crapped all over Texas when they played him, man, something about that underdog story of that guy coming out of nowhere. And he's just such a likable guy.
He is. I'm actually rooting for 49ers too. I like McCaffrey. I've always loved McCaffrey. I think they're all. They actually do have a good team. It's hard to beat Mahomes though, man. That freaking guy pulls it out of his ass every time.
Did you see his dad? Dad might not be at the old game.
Yeah, so they'll get him out.
I'm sure
he'll be there. And his brother's a massive a-hole too.
Oh, yeah, the dancing and all
whatever.
That.
Yeah,
I'm good
what he does, but I'm hoping the 49ers take it. To be honest with you, and see what happens. But we'll have to recap it on our next podcast and see what happened. But I'm rooting for the Niners in this one.
Yeah, when everybody else is listening to this, where projections are completely wrong.
Yeah, they're all shit, and everybody's laughing. They don't care. They don't care.
Look at these two idiots.
Yeah, a-holes.
But yes, I am hoping the Niners kind of can pull that off. Honestly, I know you don't. Hot take. I'm really sad Baltimore didn't make it.
God, I fucking hate Baltimore.
I know.
They are in the same category as Boston.
Why?
Hate them.
Why?
Fucking hate them.
Why?
I don't like the coach. I don't like the way they play ball. Just don't like. I don't like Lamar. I don't like any of them.
Why?
Honestly, I don't like any of them fuckers. They suck.
Not even the greatest kicker ever, Justin Tucker?
Nah, I mean,
UT.
Come on, he's a freaking kicker.
UT.
He kind of, yeah, but come on, man, kicker. If I'm choosing a team because of the kicker, I'm in trouble.
Well, that's all we had at UT for about 13 years.
I know,
so.
but I'm not do not like friggin' don't like them. Never have. I rooted for them to get beat every fucking game. Hate them.
I wanted them to win.
God, that's
I wanted
gross,
them
bro.
I wanted them to beat Kansas City.
Broski, that's messed up, man.
Their roster's so good. A lot of those guys deserve it.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't. They don't fucking
Devin
deserve
Duvernay,
it.
that dude deserves it.
You know what? Hate them. They're like a bottom. I might even like them less than I like the Patriots.
Wow.
That's pretty bad. They are probably my least favorite team.
Wow.
Don't like. I'm so happy they got beat. I was like jumping up and down watching it. Hate them. Sorry.
Hang on, I'm going to switch to another team right now because I was reading about this.
Yep.
They're saying Daniel Jones still going to be a starter next year.
Oh,
New York.
God.
They're bringing him
For
back.
my Giants?
Yep.
Fuck. Brutal.
Old ostrich neck himself.
Yeah, oh, man. You know what we need? Put
an offensive line around him, he'll be fine.
Oh, man. He's like an average quarterback. He is not like he's not going to do anything for him.
Probably wasn't worth the contract they paid
God,
him.
no.
But
you think they're going to sign Saquon?
I mean, they're stupid if they don't.
I think Saquon might go out to the Chargers.
I think he wants to leave.
Yeah, fucking A, he wants to leave. He never doesn't say it publicly, but he wants to get out of there.
I
would too. And Harbaugh out there is a running back guy. He'd be nice out there with Herbie because I like my Chargers.
Yeah, Austin Eckler is really good, but
he's no Saquon.
He won't fit in that offense.
No.
And you see Harbaugh's poaching that whole Michigan staff too.
Yeah, well, of course. That's how it always works. They always take their own guys with them.
Mentor came out and is going with them for DC. I don't know how that's going to translate to the pros, though.
He's been there, though, before. He knows what he's doing. True. He's not like it's not his first time.
That's true.
But yeah, Daniel Jones. I mean, you know, I'm not going to. He needs another shot. I give it. But they got to sign somebody behind him. I mean, they got Jimmy Cutlets, but.
Is it Jimmy or Tommy?
Jimmy, Tommy. I don't know what the fuck his name is.
Whatever. He had his,
Tommy Cutlets. That's
he had
his
his 2 games.
He did. He made the most of it.
He was also in 2 games and then threw 18 picks.
Yeah. He did have a game or 2.
They just need an offensive line.
But they're not going to have a line. They're in disarray, that team right now. The coach is fucked up and all the stuff inside, it's messed up. But going to my New York team. Did you see the old Woody Johnson, the owner of the Jets? Oh, he was talking shit. He talked shit about the coach. He basically said that he's tired of it. He's going to give him 1 more year.
For Salah?
Salah and and for he called him the backup quarterback.
Oh, Zach Wilson.
He basically crushed his face, so he's gone. He does suck. I mean, he's not a pro quarterback.
It's not processing fast enough.
Yeah,
he has a good arm. He can move through the pocket.
He
can't see the field.
Doesn't translate to the pros very well. No. But yeah, he was like very critical in the interview, just like yesterday, day before, basically saying he's done.
I agree I think the fact that he's given him another year, it's only because Rodgers was there.
It's only because Rodgers is there. If Aaron Rodgers wasn't there and probably telling him he wanted him there for the year, he'd be gone. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah. Gone.
So, and if Rodgers gets hurt again, it's fucking over.
Yeah.
So, it'll be interesting to see. They're going to they need to sign a backup. They need to get a real backup.
And everybody thought butt fumble was the low point. Here we are, buddy. At least they were making playoffs when the butt fumble happened.
They were making playoffs. And even my all-time boy, Joe Willie Namath, he's very critical of the fucking team.
Should be.
He is. He said. They suck. I mean,
what's with New York sports right now? Just in general.
I don't know. They were like on top of the world.
Knicks are actually doing pretty good this year. But like the Mets and Yankees the past, 3 years?
Yeah.
And the football for the past 10.
Football
feels like forever.
Ever since Eli left, it's been messed up. And he hasn't gotten that long.
Him and Coughlin.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Well, basketball's been bad for a long time.
They're actually on the way up. I think they made some moves yesterday at the deadline.
Yeah.
They have a pretty good basketball team.
I haven't looked at the standings, but when I actually loved them back in the day when it was like Walt Frazier, Earl Monroe, Dave DeBusschere. Mm-hmm. I mean, they fucking dominated, man.
Yeah.
But they have not been good. in a long time.
Even those Patrick Ewing teams were really good.
Patrick Ewing they were good. They were good.
They just built the whole thing around him, but they were really good.
Yeah.
Now it's just, man, feels like they've been just trying to tread water for a decade.
Yeah, they blow, bro.
They blow, bro.
What can I say? I don't know. All right.
All right, I'm going to switch topics. We're going to stay in sports a little bit here.
Okay.
Heard you had a little chapped ass the other day about some sports cards here.
I did. Still a little chapped, to be honest with you. I'm really fucking chapped.
Talk about liquidating at this point.
I'm pretty chapped. I spent a crap load of money on a box, and I got absolute shit in it. And I mean...
But that's the gamble.
No, not like that, man. I don't know why. It just chapped me. Wrapped me the wrong way. I've been buying boxes for a while now, but I've always gotten pretty lucky on stuff. This one was, as I opened, I was getting more and more mad until I got to the fucking end. When I realized actually at that point, because they put on there like you'll get 2 autographs and this and that. And I knew I'd already gotten everything. And so I knew the last pack was just a piece of shit. And I was fucking fuming. I ain't gonna lie to you. I immediately listed like 100 fucking cards on eBay to sell. I was like, fuck this. I'm liquidating. It is a gamble.
It's a gamble.
It's a gamble, but I don't know. That one just got me. For some reason, it kind of chapped me a bit.
That's the turning point.
It is a turning point. And then I think you and I need to talk about a new strategy on how we do this and come up with a different strategy in sport. I still like the sports car. I love doing it. It's a lot of fun, but we got to come up with a different strategy on how we're going to move forward. And I was telling you, I think I want to focus on collecting old cards like the guys from the 40s and 50s and invest that way. And I guess we'll still do our boxes, but good Lord, box prices. If you guys don't know, box prices for like hobby cards, $500-$600 a box. You get like 2 autographs and a couple numbered cards.
Yeah.
Unless it's somebody big, you've basically just lost like 80% of what you put into it.
Yeah.
But man, I never had one that bad. That was fucking horrid.
I think there was one other one that was pretty bad. We opened that Topps baseball black box, that first one, and it was 4 total cards, and all 4 of the players we've never heard of. So.
Yeah, but I don't think it didn't cost as much though. So
no.
It hurt, but not like just that one hurt. So, yeah, I was a little perturbed, as we say in the business. No doubt about it.
So, audience, keep your ears perked towards what our trading card talks will be, because I bet we'll buy a box and hit something cool. We'll be right back into it.
Yeah, we'll fucking buy it. You know, that's the thing.
I'm back, baby.
Even as I was telling you how pissed off I was, you were saying, "Oh, you guess you're done." I said, "Well, I don't know if I'm done. I don't know if I'm done. Maybe I'll go medium box next time and see if I hit something."
Let's go back to the lower rungs and work our way up.
It is like gambling, though. You're trying to hit somebody, but dudes are hitting $25,000 cards out of them.
Yeah.
Now, we ain't doing that, but somebody is, and there's always a chance to do that.
Yeah, but one person across the whole U.S. is doing that.
One person, because they're usually one-on-one cards. So that's kind of fucked. But I don't know. I'm not going to like totally close the door, but for this weekend, I think I might close it.
For this weekend, that's not a long break at all.
No, I gotta see how things go.
2 days,
I gotta work out.
Got to watch the Super Bowl anyways.
Yeah, that's true. Watch the Super Bowl. I'll watch the Niners. See how they do.
Speaking of Super Bowl, what's on the menu there, Bunk?
On the Super Bowl menu?
Yeah, what's on your Super Bowl menu?
Let's see. I think I'm going to do small plate. No, I'm not doing fucking small plates.
You're going to do some hors d'oeuvres, some pastaps?
I'm going to have it catered in by Chef Pickle.
Well, you have some amuse-bouche to start the day?
I don't know any of that. I think, I don't know, be honest with you. But the problem with it, it's fun to have the parties, but the game's so late.
Game's late? We consciously decided that we just don't want to be around anyone else.
Yeah. I agree.
So me and my wife will just be sitting at home, but I am going to make a few things. So.
I think I'm just going to be hanging here, and let's compare what we're making. I'm going to tell you let's see, Saturday night. It might be a pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Could be some of my favorite hot dogs. Go for some dogs.
Nathan's.
It has to be Nathan's. There are no other hot dogs made. Go dogs.
There's no other hot dogs made.
Dogs with cheese in the micro, baby.
Hey. Gross.
Yeah, no, I'll send you a picture. So what's on the menu over your place?
All right, so we're going to start with some jalapeno poppers.
Ooh, okay. I like that.
Yeah, I'm going to bacon wrap them, but I'm going to air fry them.
Nice.
To get them nice and crispy on that bacon.
Okay. I got an air fryer. I could do that.
Yeah, you could do that. Okay. So we're going to start with that. We're going to make, and that's the only thing Chef Pick is making.
Okay.
Chef Wife is making most of the stuff because she wanted to cook for it. So we're going to do some cheesesteaks. What else is she going to do?
Wow.
Cheesesteaks, jalapeno poppers. We got a veggie tray just because, got to make it look like it's maybe something.
Yeah,
healthy.
your mom always does veggie trays, which of course I never eat, but hey, somebody
I
eats
like them.
I know everybody else does, and every time we go to the store, it pains me when she puts a veggie plate in the basket, but it's the right thing to do.
And then we'll throw a salad together probably.
Okay, good, lovely.
Yes.
Well, you know what? We'll compare. We'll have to send some pictures. I'll send you some pictures of what we're having. I don't think we're going to be too. It's so honestly, it's late. Maybe we'll throw pasta in there. I might throw pasta together.
Pasta in there.
I can do that. I'm good at pasta.
There you go.
Nice. And I went to an Indian restaurant last night.
This blows. All right. I know the audience doesn't know you very well. That blows my mind that you actually went to.
I know.
An Indian restaurant.
I know. Everybody was nervous about it too, like mom and your sister.
You sent me a text that said, "What the hell am I supposed to eat here?"
I know. It was real. I'm telling you, it was fucking awesome in there, man.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I got butter chicken.
Yes.
Very good. I think it was about the safest thing you could squiz on. Yeah, hey, it was the safest thing to get.
I'll tell you what, butter chicken is actually pretty delicious.
Has some pan, whatever. No. What do you, naan?
No, pan?
I don't know. It was good, really good. And then we had like some kind of a big giant, I don't know what we had, honestly. I'm not even going to guess.
A big giant what?
It was a piece of broccoli or something, like a huge thing of broccoli. Like fucking giant.
I don't know what you're talking
I don't know.
about.
They liked it. I didn't partake. And then there was another thing they ordered that was good. But it was actually really good. Very good.
Think of broccoli.
It was like a fucking huge piece of broccoli.
I gotta see it.
I mean, like somebody just pulled it out of the ground broccoli. Giant.
All right, I gotta ask. Because you went to Clay Pit in Austin, Texas, right? Mm-hmm. Did you see any ghosts?
I did not see a ghost, but I didn't know there was a ghost till you guys told us. No, I didn't see any.
It's a crazy old building.
The only thing I saw was the ghost of me where I used to work next door to it. And I saw the ghost of me walking home.
It is really close to that building.
Right next to it. It's right next to the building I
forgot
used to work
that.
at. Yeah. I saw my ghost go into the car all pissed off and aggravated. And
stupid tie.
Calling people assholes and bastards.
I'll say this. We grew up seeing how angry you were to have to put a tie on every day that we made sure we would never have to put a tie on every day.
There you go.
So instead, I have to put a heavy-ass chef coat on.
You guys all work from home, so I don't know if I can hear it.
Don't give up my secrets. Hey, I might work from home now, but there was a 10-year period where I was working 80 to 100 hours a week.
I'm not denying that, but that's all. You know what? Know what we like to say? It was good for you. Good. Nice base for you.
Nice base.
So you can understand the better piece.
Really ruined your knees.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Mm-hmm. It's good stuff. The food was good. So we were talking about food, and I know you have a lot of good stories about food, and without giving away any restaurant names.
Yeah, I won't. I'm not going to give any names.
But I know you've had a lot of good experiences as head chef at a bunch of restaurants, and so just give us one. As I like to say, let's wet our beak just a bit.
So is this the segment where we do fun chef stories?
Yeah, let's do a fun chef story.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you early career, middle career, late career.
We're still early in the podcast. Let's start early. Okay. Let's start when you're starting out.
Okay. So at one of the first places I worked at, I was fortunate enough to work there with Scooter, brother Scooter. Big Scoot.
Shout out Scooter.
Big G also was in that restaurant world. He worked for the restaurant that was
I do.
Sister restaurant, right?
Yeah, I remember.
But this restaurant we ran, we had a chef, and you know what? The best cook I've ever seen in my life. The man was ingenious with flavor combinations and making all these. The worst at translating that into getting us to do it. He was so bad at communication. He was so bad at teaching us. And instead, he just yelled at us all the time, which, I mean, that was a time when Gordon Ramsay was hot.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted to yell. This guy was a CMC. If you don't know what that is, look it up. I won't say it out loud too much.
Okay. Don't know what it is.
I know you don't, but I'll tell you later.
I'll look it up later.
Yeah, look it up later. He was a CMC, not Christian McCaffrey, but CMC somewhere. And we had to do inventory. So if you don't know what inventory is, it's a giant pain in the ass. You have to go through the whole restaurant, weigh every single thing you have there so you can put a cost on it, see how much you have inventory-wise, how much money you have, right? Food is weird. You got to do inventory monthly. Because food dies, it's one of the few things that, I mean, retail, you have something on the shelf. Yeah, the longer it sits there, the more it costs you. But you don't ever throw it away. You sell it at one point. We never, like, if something went bad, we threw it away. So it was just lost money. So you got to do this inventory. Well, he decided to come into work inebriated. He was fucking drunk. It was hilarious. We're doing inventory, and he walked into the old walk-in cooler, and he just took a handful of white anchovies, bocaroni, and started stuffing them in his mouth and looking and going, "These are delicious." And he was doing it right in front of the owner of the restaurant.
Oh, my God.
So this guy, man, he was crazy. One of the best cooks, like I said, I've ever seen. But he would do crazy shit like that constantly. I remember one service, I was working the grill, and we had this dish with sweetbreads on it. You know what sweetbreads is?
No.
All right. It's the thalamus gland of a cow.
The who?
It's a gland. So it's
thalamus gland.
Thalamus gland.
You said something about land.
No, thalamus gland. Gland. Right? And so I had to grill it. Well, these things are tiny, and they break apart really easy. And so you lose pieces. I was in the middle of a rush, just getting crushed on the grill. We're grilling some hard steaks to grill. We're grilling hanger steaks, which is probably the hardest to grill. And then I was doing the sweetbread dish too. Well, I was in the weeds, so he came over and dropped the sweetbreads on the grill for me. This is the chef, right? And we would send everything up front to get plated. So I grilled them. I did everything. I put it in the little dish that you got to put it in a hot dish. So it's like 400 degrees, handed up to him so he could plate. And he looked at the portion size and threw the whole thing at me. He threw the pan at my legs.
Oh, my God.
And started yelling at me about portion size. He goes, "This isn't fucking enough sweetbreads. What the fuck?"
Wow.
I was like, "Oh, man, what the hell's going on?" So I redropped it. And at the end of service, he just walked up and goes, "Oh, Amato, such a great service tonight. Just remember portion control." And I went, "Motherfucker, you are the one that put it on the grill. This is your portion."
Oh, my God. So I got to ask you, so we, like all these shows we see about cooking where the chefs are yelling and screaming and being a-holes, is that true to life?
No.
No?
I think there was that perception. For a long time, it was like that. Nowadays, there really isn't much yelling in kitchens. Okay. Just because, I mean, I think people are more educated now, you know? You understand that people don't react very well to getting screamed at.
Yeah.
And in a fast-paced environment where you have to have something done in 5 minutes, if you're screaming at me, I'm going to get nervous, lock up, and I'm not going to get it done in 5 minutes.
Yeah, true.
So we're starting to see that change. I know a lot of people see the Gordon Ramsay thing, and yeah, he yelled in his career, but it was always constructive. And it was always he's one of the best chefs to ever teach and bring up cooks. And I know on TV portrays this thing, but you got to think edits.
Yeah,
they're making it much worse than it actually is.
Oh yeah, of course.
Now, did the famous thing where he takes 2 pieces of bread and puts it on the lady's head and said, "What are you?" And she says, "I'm an idiot sandwich." That's an asshole move. Can't really do that.
No.
But that's not the norm. There was definitely times where I got frustrated. and I wanted to yell, but what is that going to do?
Yeah. That's good. That's good to know. That's good to know. I think it's for drama on TV mostly.
It is. It's very much for TV.
Yeah. Good to know. Good to know when I go to a restaurant that there's not a lot of screaming going on in the background.
Yeah. Now, I will tell you this. Here's a good tip for everybody. When you walk into a restaurant and you look around and it looks dirty, that means the kitchen's 10 times dirtier.
Oh, nice. That's gross.
So just walk out.
That's gross.
Turn around and leave because you don't want to eat at that place.
Okay.
So
good
keep
tip.
that in
That's
mind.
the tip of the week, folks.
Culinary tip of the week.
From Chef Pick. I like it. All right. What else you got? You got anything else for us today, Mr. Pick?
I think that's mostly what I got there. We've hit a lot of topics. Let's you've been expanding your food knowledge. Let's stick on the food thing.
I have been expanding. I'm way out there.
I know you've been in the past year, you start baking your own bread. Mm-hmm. You've definitely used that Kamado Joe.
I have.
Doing a lot of grilling. What's your favorite dish you've made so far?
Oh, man. Favorite dish. I'm actually good at steaks, to be honest with you.
Yeah?
Good at making steaks. I like a nice steak and potato. So
Red-blooded American.
I like what we call a large plate. I'm not a small plate. I'm a large plate. I do. I think I make a nice steak, to be honest with you.
All right.
And I like to serve it with some of my favorite salsa. Do you like? No, I'm just kidding. I know you hate my salsa.
I don't hate.
You
I
hate
hate
the salsa.
one of.
I know you do.
salsas.
You hate it. You hate it.
Just to be clear, it's not homemade salsa. It's
No,
store-bought
it's definitely.
salsa.
No, I tried to make homemade salsa once. It was a absolute failure. Very hard.
Did you let it sit?
No, I didn't. I don't know what I did. It sucked, and I threw it away. But
It's not that
easier.
hard.
It's honestly, it's a lot easier to buy
Not
it.
that hard.
Yeah, well, next time you come over, you can step me through the salsa making activity.
It'll be one of my Thursday demos.
There you go. I like it. We'll be here. We'll report back.
Okay, steak. Do you have anything that you've been thinking about you want to try to make?
Honestly, I gotta be honest. No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think I'm pretty good with my limited menu. I'm perfecting my limited menu. Let's go there.
I will say I've been very surprised because I've been making some pretty exotic dishes over here for my demos.
Yeah,
And you've tried everything. We've tried sushi recently.
I did. I actually like the sushi.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I did. I did
good.
like the sushi.
Good enough for you to actually go out to buy it.
I went out.
Sushi.
I did.
So that was awesome. We made that chicken fricassee. You've tried that one.
That was
I
good.
think that was right up
Yeah,
your alley,
everything
though.
you make is good. I mean, the stuff as long as you don't make the frog war. I'm good.
Lord Farquaad.
Like Farquhar. I'm good, but no, everything. I'm expanding a little bit, growing up a bit.
It's been impressive.
Tell you what, give me another 20 years, I'm gonna be right there, baby.
Yep. You'll have the chef coat on with me.
Yeah, I will. Be a little older, but that's okay.
You got to look up. I don't know where this restaurant is, but there's a chef and he's old. And so he can't move around the kitchen, but he's one of the better chefs in this area. So they created a system where he locks into a harness that has guides on the ceiling.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So he moves around the kitchen with these guides.
Okay.
Right. And it's free floating. So it's through the ceiling.
Huh.
It's almost like a chair coming down, like a chairlift chair.
Wow.
And he can move around. That way he's not getting in the way of his cooks too. They can get out of his way.
Damn.
It's really cool looking.
That's pretty good. The only thing I think it's a great story, but I can still actually walk and shit.
I'm saying in 20 years.
Okay.
My God,
I just wanted to, you brought it up when I said that.
No, you said in 20 years when you're old.
Okay.
So
all right.
Older.
I can still move and walk.
I know you can.
All right.
I'm just saying, I thought that was pretty cool.
I just wanted to clarify
The
with you, bro.
downside of that is that man's like 80 something still having to work. So that's kind of
Well, maybe he likes it. He might like still working.
That's true, but
I don't know.
80s, that's old.
Well, I'm not going to be working in my 80s. I think I'm good.
I can hope that I won't either.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see when you get there, and then we'll still be doing our podcast, obviously.
I hope so.
I'll be still calling you bro. Hey, bro.
Tell you what, if we're still doing this podcast, that means I don't have to work anymore.
That's probably a good point. That's a good point, bro. I like it. All right, man. Hey, it was fun.
Always fun.
I enjoyed it. We didn't roll balls quite as much as we normally do, did we? Yeah, we did a little bit. We rolled some balls.
There's always some ball busting.
Yeah, I like a little rolling balls. That was a good one. But we will be here next week. Same time, same place.
Absolutely. Let's figure out how absolutely wrong we are about the Super Bowl.
We will find that out, and then as the baseball season moves on, we'll definitely find out how right I am and how wrong you are. And we'll be tracking that. It's a nice long season.
Get them in now. I'm just saying, get them in now.
I like it. When we'll talk some shit about baseball, football, life, whatever else comes up.
I love it.
All right. Hey, guys, I appreciate you guys joining. We hope you guys listen to us next week as well, and we'll see you next week on the show. This is Bunkle telling you goodbye.
And this is Pick saying, see you next time.
All right. Bye.